All right, before we get this episode started, after you watch this, if you enjoy it, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and my channel. A big thank you to you for that. Now, here's this week's episode. There's just something about me trying to get out and bow hunt. I'm just seemingly snake bit all the time. So it's going to be a late start. It's already late. I should be sitting in the blind already, but that ain't happening. So, all right, let's get to work. Okay, you might be wondering why I have my wife's hair dryer and why it's light outside here on Thursday morning for my hunt. Well, came out this morning to pack up the back of the truck and found that this was froze shut. So, get my hair dryer up for my wife, get the extension cord laid out, and heat this thing up so I can open this up. And I unlock it, I go to turn it, and I'm turning it, and nothing's happening. This is all froze to the tailgate. All the water came in here and probably froze. So I'm going to be at it again with the hair dryer, trying to open up the back of my truck to load it so I can go bow hunting. Yep, it's froze. I don't know how long this is going to take me, but I can't hunt if I can't load my equipment. We had rain all day. Temperatures in the 30s, freezing rain. Well, we got the back window open. Got ourselves a little towel to dry this all off with. Took care of all of this. Dried that off. Dried off the ledge so that that won't stick. I can't drop the tailgate. So the tailgate is froze also. There. Finally got her open. So, a late start for sure this morning. All right, let's get cleaned up and get packed up and let's get out there. Maybe it happened for a reason. Maybe that big 10-pointer by the time I get out there and get set up will come sauntering through late morning. Maybe he's not an early morning buck. Well, it's 7:32 on Thursday morning. I'm finally in the truck. Everything's packed. You ever have one of those mornings? I was supposed to already be in the blind by 7:30, have it set up. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, had something to eat breakfast, come out here, and one thing after another. A frozen tailgate, frozen latch and window on the back cover. Finally, even the door handles were froze after yesterday's rain and freezing temperatures. So I got all that done. And I come in here, turn on the windshield wipers. And on the second pass to clean off the window, believe it or not, my windshield wiper came off. It actually fell off the arm and was laying there. The clip was loose. Evidently, when the ice got in there and expanded possibly, it pushed that locking mechanism up. I had to repair that. It's been one of those mornings. So hopefully we get all of this out of the way. You know what? I'm going to check tire pressure right now too. Okay, we got 30 PSI on the tires and 28 in that one, so, but it's cold out. So hopefully now this will all end and I get out in the woods and I stick that 10-point deer. All right, I'm finally on my way. Catch you guys heading out into the woods, hauling all the equipment out and getting set up for my first 2023 fall bow hunt. Unbelievable. It's like the bow hunting gods are against me. Everything seems to be stacked against me when it comes to bow hunting. And this morning was certainly no difference. All right, jet sled's packed. And this is part of the issue of hunting public land. You haul in and haul out every day. So let's get her done. You've heard the story already, so it's a late start. It's pushing 8 o'clock. Let's get out there. Okay, we're not far from the main road where I parked. Bring in the sled and run across this. I don't see any hair or anything like that in there, so I'm pretty sure that's the dog. Okay, first sign of activity. Alright, let's keep going. Made the turn here. There's definitely fall bow hunting traffic. This was all blocked all summer long coming out here. I had to work my way over these. I was wondering how I was going to do it today. And somebody got out here and in a chainsaw, somebody hacked through that thing with a hatchet. Yeah, that was cut through with a hatchet. So this is now open, which is nice to know. I could probably drive the truck down into here, drop my gear, and it's a shorter hoof out. Anyways, let's get to the area, get our blind set up. This is my spot. I want to go check the licking branch. Pine cones. We got some debris down, but nothing here. Okay, see, we're right on the top of this crest, so hopefully we get a shot. Trail camera is always set up here on that tree, and we're gonna nestle our ground blind right in here, and we'll be able to see anything coming from here, and our shooting range is going to be out here. So alright, let's get this set up. Alright, a really late start here for our first day, but we got the blind all camoed in. I'm just going to do a quick walk around here. If you can see, we added some branches just to break up that outline a little bit, hopefully. See what happens. And because we don't have a lot of time, it's 9 o'clock already, deer will start to move here mid-morning. After yesterday's rain all day, freezing weather, I'm sure they're hunkered down, they'll be on the move. Sun is coming up. The plan for today then is just to hang a couple of wicks. I'm going to show them to you here. There's a couple of wicks we're going to hang with some doe pea. I'm covering it up because I do not push products, but we're going to hang some doe pea. Now the idea here is to get them hopefully behind me, the wind coming across from the southwest, I believe. Just looking at, yeah, the wind is actually coming from behind me, which is good. So what we're going to do is we're going to hang one on this side of me, one on this side of me. That scent should carry down in this direction, and if it does carry down in that direction, they're going to be coming up right towards the blind. That's the plan for today. Let's get these scent sticks hung up, get in the blind, get comfortable, get ready to bow hunt. Okay, we got one dipped and hanging, and this is away from the blind on this side. Now we're going to head to the other side of the blind. And again, the wind is coming in this direction, so it's going to blow this scent out in front of the blind. Alright, let's get the other one set down here. Someplace in here. Yeah. Right here, I think, hey? Hang it right on this. It'll blow out that way. Should blow out in that direction. Alright, let's get this one done. So here's our other scent stick right here, dipped and hanging. And I'm going to walk around this way, show you that the scent stick is hanging right there. And if we look down, there's our blind. So we've got one on each. We've got one on this side, one on the other side. And again, the wind is blowing out down into this valley here. Hopefully that scent will get out there. And we're set up in the blind right here. So just 2 scent strips because of the time element. And hey, we deal with what Mother Nature threw us this morning, and she threw us a number of curveballs for sure. So, alright, we're getting in the blind. I'll get set up in there, and the hunt is on. Okay, and the nice thing about this blind, I got 2 sides here that are blacked out. And obviously I'm wearing black. But what's nice is, on this side, I can actually see out. Maybe see some movement. They're not going to see me. So this is kind of a neat concept that they now have out. So, alright, time to get set up in here. Well guys, you ain't going to believe this. Now, get the blind set up. It's late as it is. I'm already 2.5 hours past when I want it to be out here. And get the blind set up, get it all camoed in, get in here, get my scent wicks out, come in, get all my gear unpacked, get everything lined up in here. Okay, let's get the bow cocked, get an arrow knocked. Guess what? The pulling mechanism to cock the crossbow is sitting in the truck. I have got to leave all my equipment here and head back to the truck to get that cocking mechanism so I can pull the string of the crossbow back and knock an arrow so I can actually hunt. What else could go wrong? And it's already 10 after 9. That's a half-hour trip for me. I ain't going to be hunting till 10. Then I got to let everything calm down for me walking in again. I don't know. The bow hunting gods are against me. Alright, heading back out to the truck. Can't win today. No matter, it's obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. And this one is on me. There is no way I should have forgot that. Pulling out the crossbow. I was in such a hurry because I was running late. Camo job looks like from here. Not too bad. Oh well. Better hoof it back to the truck. Right now I'm so disappointed in myself. Should be sitting in there now for that half hour, letting the woods calm down, letting that scent get out there. Yeah, maybe that's the plus. That scent will be out here moving, and then of course I'll come rattling through going back to the blind. It's a lose-lose situation coming out to get that rope so I can cock the crossbow. Now I paid a price. Blew a full day of hunting. This is turning into a half-day hunt. And there it is in its plastic bag. The pull handles and the latches to cock the crossbow. Gotta walk all this way back for that. Alright, it's about 10:15. We've been sitting inside the blind for at least an hour after having to trek out to go get our rope and pulley for cocking the bow. The wind is kind of blowing out of the southwest. So I'd expect to see a buck come in my field of view, not necessarily from behind me. But you never know. Maybe we got a mid-morning buck cruising. He's picking up that scent in the air. So let's give him a doe bleat. And let's try to seal the deal and call him in. Not sure how far that sound's going to carry. We've got wind gusts there saying up to 40 miles an hour today. So, see what happens. Sit tight and see if the doe bleat works and the estrus scent in the air. So here's my field of vision. This would be to the right off the knoll looking down into that valley. There. And then I can see out this window too, just to see if there's any movement. I just cracked a small area on my main shooting windows are going to be through here. Hopefully we get something in close. Like I said, I like this. You can't see in. Alright, that's it for now. Time to settle in and hopefully we get a big buck walking by. Just the midday report coming up on noon, and absolutely nothing moving in the woods this morning. 40 degrees, windy. They were saying wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour, and yeah, I'm hearing them. We've been putting out some doe bleat calls, and that's about it. We've got scent sticks up on each side of me with some estrus doe pea hanging in the wind, hopefully getting that scent out there, and then just using doe bleat calls to see if we could bring something in, but nothing so far. And with as much problems as I had this morning, I'm not expecting much today, but we'll see what happens. We'll stick it out till dusk. So that's it. It's midday report. It's been pretty quiet, and we're sitting here waiting and waiting, and we'll continue to wait. Stick with us. Hopefully something happens. Just did a couple of doe bleats maybe 5 minutes ago, and I just thought I heard a snort out in this direction. So I think I'm going to respond to that with a light grunt. I don't want to make it sound like he's a big bad buck, but a beatable buck, a softer style grunt. Let's see if we can draw in whatever that snort was out there. So we're going to set the call here right between buck and doe. A little closer to doe than buck. Alright, let's see what happens here. See if we get a response. Alright, let's sit tight, see what happens. It was out in this direction here. To my left, it sounded like a snort out there. But with this heavy wind, you can't be 100% sure, but any possibility, I'm going to attempt to draw in what I think may be a deer. Alright, let's sit tight and see what happens. Look out my little side window to the west. Nothing. We did that rattling sequence maybe 10 minutes ago, 15. We're just going to sit and wait maybe another 15 minutes. And then, yeah, we'll come up with another series of calls trying to create an illusion that we got a buck in here. And maybe draw another buck in. The doe scent hanging in the trees didn't help this morning. All we did was do bleat calls all morning. Nothing. In fact, the only animal action we had other than listening to the crows go at it was that little red squirrel here. So, switch things up. We did that one rattle sequence, so we're going to go into more of a buck style calling sequence this afternoon. Hopefully it'll start moving a little more towards dusk. Maybe we'll get something in here late afternoon, like 2:30, 3:30. So, alright, that's it for now. Update report completed. Different than being in an oak forest with the crunching of the leaves and these little guys. You don't hear these guys running here in a pine grove. You've got all pine needles, a soft carpet. You don't hear any noise, anybody moving on the ground. Alright, that thing caught my eye. Okay, so this is the second phase of the call, is going to be the grunt call. And I'm setting this, it's hard to see here because the lighting isn't well, but the call is being adjusted between buck and doe, and I'm setting it closer to doe to get a more subordinate grunt, a milder grunt, so that Mr. Big will come in. And the fact that it's a subordinate style grunt and a milder grunt, I could get other bucks in also, that I don't exclude those, and they hear that loud, deep, dark roar, and it's like, oh, Mr. Big, we don't want anything to do with him, and they take off. So it helps keep other bucks in the area also. So we're going to do the grunt call next, and we're going to follow it up almost immediately with the snort wheeze call, that what I call the identifying call. In other words, you got another buck that hears something or sees something but's not quite sure what it is, and they'll do that snort wheeze, and they'll stomp their feet and they'll stare to try to get that object to move, and they can identify what that possible threat may be, or maybe it's not even a threat. So, okay, enough explanation. Let's get to work. And now, like I said, we're going to follow it up with this little snort wheeze call, and we'll stomp our foot. We'll give this a couple of minutes, like 5 minutes or so, for the two bucks to kind of circle around and see each other, and then we'll go at it with the rattling racks. Alright, we waited that 5 to 7 minutes. It's about 2 minutes after 2. We're going to go at it with the rattling racks. We did a little grunt call. And then we did a second buck with the snort wheeze, trying to identify what he thought may have been a grunt or saw some movement. So we did that snort wheeze call. And we waited the 5 minutes for the bucks to kind of circle around. Well, guess what? They just found each other. It's time for an old-fashioned get-together grudge match. Alright, let's see if that does the trick. So here's the weather right now at 2 p.m. 39 degrees, and you can see it's going to be dropping towards sunset. And a quick check of the map here. They're saying there's a slight chance of precipitation over the next 6 hours. So alright, that's the weather forecast and what I'm dealing with today. Alright, update report. It's 2:45. I think we're going to do one more good rattle sequence, and we'll sit it out the last 45 minutes, see if anything comes in. But we haven't seen a deer. I possibly heard a deer earlier this morning with a snort out to the, what would be my northwest a little, but with this wind I couldn't be 100% sure, but I worked my calls as if it was. So alright, here goes. Alright, that's it. We'll give it the 40 minutes or so till 3:30, then we'll pack up and head out for today. Unfortunately, we had no visual whitetail activity on my first day of fall bow hunting. But hopefully I provided a little insight into some of my calling strategies that I used today, and some of you might find that helpful. As always, here at RO360, we keep it real. We show our attempts as well as our successes, and today certainly falls into the challenging category of attempts. From the early morning issues with the freezing rain to the lack of whitetail action. Hey, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next RO360 video episode as we continue our fall bow season in pursuit of the whitetail deer. Feel free to comment below, or if you don't want to comment in the public eye, We can also be reached at rapantoutdoors360@gmail.com. Now, if you know somebody you think might enjoy this video series, please feel free to go ahead and share this video or this link with your friend. And as always, whether you fish or hunt, remember, practice CCR. Catch, conserve, replenish. Make sure that that resource is available for future generations. See you next time, guys.